What is up, YouTube? Galladite74 here today, and today I'm going to bring you another Mega Evolution episode here. This is the third one we're doing, and today we are going to cover Mega Sceptile. Mega Sceptile is one of my personal favorite starters. Actually, it is my favorite starter that got a Mega Evolution out of the 6 that did, being Sceptile, the Hoenn ones, and the Kanto ones. Sceptile is definitely my favorite. Maybe not the most useful. It's really good in doubles. Singles, it's okay. Kind of more like a standard sweeper that doesn't really do much in singles. I mean, it does, but yeah, you get the gist. It's better in doubles, I'm saying. And we're gonna get right into this. Not much else to say. I know Sawyer, I'm gonna say that wrong. In the anime, I got a Sceptile, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna be Mega. So that's what's going up with him. First, we're gonna look at the typing of Sceptile. Sceptile's a pure grass type, and it's got 5 weaknesses, which kind of sucks, but since it's going to be an offensive Pokemon, we don't really care about those weaknesses that much. It's resistant to water, grass, ground, and electric, which that's pretty good countering the other weaknesses it has. Weaknesses aren't that like common. Fire is, ice is, but there's a couple, but yeah. When it Mega Evolves, however, it does get the Dragon typing. It doesn't really help it out defensively either. It loses the Fire weakness, gains Dragon and Fairy, and now any Ice type move will destroy Sceptile. Due to its ability Lightning Rod, it is immune to Electric, unless it gets that taken away somehow. Not like it really matters. It does raise Special Attack, which is why it is really good in doubles. Using Discharge next to you really helps you out. Using it defensively, though, not really necessary. It's quad resistant anyway, just like Water and Grass is too. Water and Grass is quad resistant with that Dragon typing, so that's not going to hurt you whatsoever. Now we're going to the base stats of Sceptile. Sceptile is mainly a special attacking really fast. 120 speed is pretty good just for regular Sceptile. It can be physical too with that 85 attack. It can't really take a defensive hit. Special defensive hit maybe, but it's mainly used for sweeping. 105 special attack. It doesn't really get many special moves, which I will get into later. It gets a lot of physical moves though. But when it Mega Evolves, it gains a lot more attack, special attack, and speed. I'm just realizing how different I sound. Sorry about that. I'm very hyped up right now. Sceptile gains 25 in attack, 10 in defense, 40 in special attack, which is very helpful, and 25 in speed to make sure it's gonna even outspeed anything. Really fast Pokemon, really fast special attacks, and just all those buffs in general really helps it. It's going to be able to take a defensive hit now with that 10, unless it's an Ice type move. Alright, and yeah, and now we're going to go on to what I like to do with it. Alright, so its item is obviously a Sceptile, like its Mega Stone. Lightning Rod ability I mentioned earlier. The moveset I run is Energy Ball, Protect, Dragon Pulse, and Focus Blast. Yeah, Focus Blast. I know it's not the most reliable, but I hate Hidden Power. Just gonna put that out there. I hate Hidden Power so much. So Focus Blast is an alternative to that, because there's not many special moves Sceptile gets. Energy Ball, mainly it's Grass type moves. I run Energy Ball because unless I'm doing doubles, I don't want to drop my special attack and have to switch out with Leaf Storm. And Giga Drain isn't as powerful as Energy Ball, and I just like to get the damage done across the board. Dragon Pulse for stab coverage. There's not any other special moves for Dragon Breath, but that's not good. And Focus Blast. That's basically what I'm down to. I get 252 special attack and speed EV. Sorry, some car went off outside. I wonder if that made it into the audio. But other moves I run would be, I guess, Leaf Storm and Giga Drain, like I mentioned. You could run Agility if you want to set up for some reason. I don't know. But if you want to run a physical set, which is possible, to its high attack buff at least, it gets Leaf Blade, X Scissor, Outrage, Thunder Punch, Earthquake. It gets a lot of physical moves actually, which makes it good in order to use it physically as well. Not as good special attack's a little better overall. The physical is good too. Other notes about Sceptile, it's the forest Pokemon. It was introduced in Generation 3. And another fun fact, its Mega is the only Grass Dragon type so far, which is a very unique typing, but luckily it's a sweeper and not a defensive or special defensive wall, because it's not really the most defensive type in Its other ability is Overgrow, because it's a Generation 3 Grass Starter. The Grass Starters always get Overgrow. Its hidden ability is Unburden, which is good to use, and if you want to run like just like a Hawlucha, you can run Solar Beam, Power Herb, Unburden, and then like sweep from there. That's a regular Sceptile. And it's Ash's, in the anime, Ash's third Pokemon to beat a Legendary. It beat Darkrai in one of my personal favorite anime battles, Ash vs. Tobias. And next to Charizard and Pikachu, Sceptile did beat Darkrai. I lost to Latios, but I thought it was very interesting to see that. Now to go on to these battles.
So I have 2 battles I'm going to put up on for Mega Sceptile. The first one I lost, and the second one I won. The second one was a much more interesting battle, probably due to the fact that Mega Sceptile actually did work in the second battle, while in this first battle, it didn't do too much. But anyway, I started off with a Raikou. Choice Specs Thunderbolt is the only reason why this Milotic did not survive that Thunderbolt. So, good start, I'd say. Raikou, I only used it just to weaken some opponents. But then they send out Garchomp, and since I'm locked in the Thunderbolt, I have to switch out. I brought in a Relicanth. This Relicanth puts in work for me, usually. But anyway, they set up a Swords Dance, which is just fine with me, because I am very defensive, so I can take a hit still, unless it uses Earthquake, but it uses Dragon Claw, luckily. And I use Yawn, so if it takes me out, it's fine and it can fall asleep. Or it can switch out and anything coming in can eat a Head Smash, because this Relicanth hits really hard with Head Smash. I don't know how, but it just does. Anyway, yeah, Gardevoir comes in, and I just completely demolish this Gardevoir with Head Smash. And I have Rock Head, so I don't take any recoil. I, however, do have a Life Orb, so I did actually take a little bit of recoil. But they're going to send out Garchomp again, and they're probably going to take me out with another move, which is fine, because now it's time for Sceptile to shine, my Mega Sceptile. And I know with the Dragon typing, after I get a stab after, I'm going to use Protect. Sorry, I just totally stopped it. I'm going to use Protect here to get that Dragon typing, and then Stab Dragon Pulse should be able to take this Garchomp out. I'm just hoping it doesn't set up a Swords Dance. Sorry, I do sound a little different now. I'm starting to notice it as I talk. But anyway, Sceptile, they went for Dragon Claw, which is good. Now I'm going to go for the Dragon Pulse here. Arguably, Energy Ball could take it out, but this is why I lost. Garchomp had a Focus Sash, which was probably the worst item it could have possibly had. And since I have a defensive hindering nature, that's just going to take out Sceptile. And that went downhill from there. But if it didn't have a Focus Sash, I would have won this battle easily. And this Raikou, I'm unable to outspeed this Garchomp, and it's going to use Earthquake, and since I'm fully invested in Special Attack and Speed, I'm not going to live that. But that was a good first battle, I'd say. Like I said, it was just a Focus Sash that screwed me over. And now I'm going to head on to the second battle. Now, in this battle was really interesting compared to the first one. I'm going to move back just a little bit. Alright, yeah. Okay, so I have the same lead again. Raikou versus, they're going to use a X-Cloud. I believe I brought the same Pokemon, I think I brought Relicanth. I can't remember actually at the moment, but I'm going to use Thunderbolt Choice Specs, and it is going to just live, sadly. I do get a Paralysis, and then X-Cloud actually is going to go for Earthquake, and I thought my Raikou was going to go down, but Raikou actually does survive the Earthquake, which is good. And then I'm able to get another Thunderbolt off, and down goes X-Cloud. So, once again, Raikou starting off the battle pretty well, and now they're going to send out their Slacking, and this Slacking, it was Choice Scarf the entire time, and okay, it uses Return, and down goes Raikou. I actually didn't know it was Choice Scarf till the very end of the battle, because I know Slacking's decently fast. But I'm going to send in Sceptile. I thought this was a great opportunity to Mega Evolve and try to kill Slacking, but Slacking does switch out, and in comes their Blaziken, which is very interesting. I know Sceptile is very fast, and Blaziken does need that speed boost, so I'm going to use, I actually went for the Energy Ball here. I actually wasn't expecting a switch. I mean, I was, but I didn't know their last Pokemon was Blaziken. So I'm going to use Energy Ball. It does a load of damage still, considering it's a Fire type. Critical hit. I'm going to switch out because it's the predictable Protect is really predictable. I actually brought Suicune now that I remember it. I used it for setup reasons. Excuse me. Alright, yeah. Yeah, Mega Evolve Blaziken, they're gonna go for the Protect, which is fine, I guess. I'm not planning on outspeeding this Blaziken anytime soon. So there's the Protect, and that's what I was predicting. And now, on the next turn, they're actually gonna go for a Sky Uppercut, which does, I guess, that's a fair amount of damage considering Suicune's fully invested in defense. I went for the Reflect because I wanted to resist, or at least take less damage from Blaziken and Slacking. I have leftovers on the Suicune, get a little bit of recovery, so they get another speed boost. Now this turn, I believe I went for Scald, but however they do switch out, and they go back into their Slacking, who I still didn't know was Choice Scarf. And I do go for the Scald, and it's not going to do too much. I really wanted to hit Blaziken with it to finish it off, but that's how it is. Again, a little bit more recovery. This turn I'm going to set up the Tailwind, because I want Sceptile to actually outspeed things. There's Return, it does a reasonable amount of damage. Yeah, set up the Tailwind here, and I'm going to switch into Sceptile since they have the Truant turn next turn, and then I'll be able to outspeed it regardless if it has a Choice Scarf or not. That's why I didn't know, because I had the Tailwind up when I switched it here. So I'm going to send a Sceptile, and I'm actually going to go for, excuse me again, Dragon Pulse, since I know they have a Blaziken, and Blaziken's not going to be able to take one of those. So I'm going to use Dragon Pulse on this Slacking, and Slacking barely manages to live, which sucked, but Return, luckily I have a Reflect up. That's the only reason why I think I survived that. They withdraw their Slacking. They're going to sack off their Blaziken here, as I'm going to go for another Dragon Pulse again. So, because I want to finish off the Slacking. But Blaziken's going to take this Dragon Pulse right to the face, and down goes Blaziken. And all they have left is Slacking. Now this is where I discovered it was Choice Scarf. My Tailwind goes out, right? And I know Sceptile's super fast, so I didn't really think about like anything else. It goes for Retaliate, and it was faster, so that confirmed it right there. I'm max speed. I don't have a speedy nature, but still, it doesn't matter. I would have outsped it. Alright, so luckily they have Truant, and I still have my Suicune, and I'm carrying Scald. They have too low of hit points to survive any type of hit. They are faster, as Truant says it's activating, and I'm just going for Scald, not going to waste any time. And down goes Slacking. It was a good battle and all, and yeah, that was it for that.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, leave a like, follow me on Twitter, and if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. You won't regret it.